Hello my dear students, how are you? Really, it's my pleasure to be with you again. Today we are going to start, or let's say complete, the unit that we started last time. As you can see, this unit is really exciting. It's about inventions. Last time we finished lesson 1, and now we are going to start with lesson number 2. If you look at those photos, actually there are 4 of them for the same person, okay? This man really changed the world. I hope you can say his name. You know, here, if you look, this is a light bulb. And again, here, the same inventor, he's holding the light bulb. Do you know who invented the light bulb that all of the world is using these days? Actually, his name is Thomas Edison. Yes. So the title for our lesson for today is Great Minds. As you can see here, Unit 5, lesson number 2, Learner's Book 68 and 69. See, again, this is a real picture for Thomas Edison. Before we start, we need to know the lesson objectives for today. Vocabulary, we are going to learn words about the light bulb invention. Reading, we are going to read a text about a famous inventor. The language focus, we are going to study the form of use for past habits. Here, we are going to talk about life before inventions, critical thinking, how life differs before inventions. So let's start. Yes. Now students, what do you think people used to use for light before electricity? What did they use? Okay, maybe you will say oil lamps, which is correct. Some of the students, they will say that they use candles, which is correct. Some of the students, they will say they used fire, which is correct. So it depends, and of course, these are not the only things people in the past used. Yes. Now, we are going to read about the inventor and scientist, Thomas Edison. What was Edison's most famous inventions? Check your idea from activity 1 in the text. Actually, students, Thomas Edison, just I want to say this piece of information, that you know the light bulb is not the only thing he invented and changed the world, okay? You will be amazed by a sentence which says that he invented more than 1,000 inventions. Okay, but the most famous invention for Thomas Edison is the light bulb. Okay, as you can see here, depending on the reading, Edison's most famous invention was the modern electric light bulb. But as I said, it's not the only thing. Yes, students, now lighting up the world. Students, I will give you, let's say 5 to 7 minutes. You can pause the video, read all of the text about Thomas Edison, and then we are going to complete our exercises about the reading text. So please, I'm not going to read, because I want to give you the chance to read the text yourselves. So please start reading. Okay, now after you finish reading, this is the second part. Read the text again and decide if these sentences are true or false and correct the false sentences. In number 1, of course, students, again, please, I'm going to ask you, you can't start doing these exercises unless you read the text in details, and you need to pay attention. Number 1, people used candles and oil lamps before electric light bulbs. True. In number 2, candles were used to light the streets too. Actually false, not candles. Gas lamps were used to light the streets. In number 3, Edison's modern light bulb was expensive and didn't last long. False. Edison's modern light bulb was cheap, okay, and long lasting. Number 4, Edison invented the first electric light bulb. Again, students, this is very important for you to know. You know, Edison was not the first one who invented the light bulb. Okay, there were many inventors before Edison. They tried to invent the light bulb, but they couldn't make it. Okay, Edison was the first one that he could invent the light bulb, and it worked. Okay, please pay attention to this piece of information. So as you can see, you know, if you read it quickly, you will say true. I'm going to repeat number 4. Edison invented the first electric light bulb. See, false. Edison improved the first electric light bulb and made them cheaper and more practical. 5, when Edison was born in 1847, not many people knew about electricity. True. And the last one, the modern electric light bulb was his only invention. Okay, I said this piece of information at the beginning of my lesson. Actually, false. He created, please pay attention to this number, 1,093 other inventions in his lifetime. Okay, please, I hope that you did them correctly. If not, correct the sentences. Now, how do you think electric light bulbs have changed since Edison's lifetime? Can you think of ways to improve electric lighting even more? I want you, to give your opinion. Actually, since Edison's lifetime, electric light bulbs have become much more energy efficient and now run on less energy and last a lot longer. It is also possible to buy lots of different sizes and designs of electric light bulbs. So yes, now, even in one house, let's say there are more than 15 up to 20 different kinds of light bulbs in one house. Yes. Now students, I will move to the use of English. This is the grammatical point. Used to for past habits. Please pay attention to these two words, used to, for past habits. We used to talk about past habits and states that don't happen now. People used to light their homes with candles, but now they stopped, okay? There are no houses, to light the houses with candles. So this is past habit. Streets used to be dark, but nowadays, the streets, they are not dark. Using the question, what did, of course, we used it, people used to do before electric light. I want you please to pay attention when I use did or didn't, okay? I need to say use, okay? Not the. Only in positive sentences, I say I use the D, okay? But I'm going to repeat it in a question and negative. I use the infinitive verb. See, did people use, didn't use to have. See, and of course, I use the infinitive. Now, students, I will give you more examples just to give you the chance to understand better. Let's imagine as a teacher, really I used to have a bike, but now I have a car. So if I want to talk about this past habits, I say, I used to ride my bike to school, but now I stopped, okay? If I am still using this bike, I can't say I used to. See, used to is only for past and it is no longer repeated. Okay? Imagine again if I say, I used to drink fizzy drinks, but now I stopped. I used to in the past. Okay, it was a repeated action, but now I stopped. I say, I used to play with mud, but now I stopped. I used to play with the snow, but now I stopped. See, like this. I used to stay up late, but now I sleep early. Okay, students? So please, I ask you to write as many sentences as possible, depending on your experience. Still, okay, let's say write 5 sentences about each student for past habits. Think you used to do in the past. And again, please not to forget, if you want to make negative, you say, I didn't use to drink milk, for example. Yes. Now here, look at the sentences, the use of English, and choose the correct option now. As I said to students, in a question or negative sentences, do we say used or didn't use to? Actually, this is the correct answer in negative. Okay, we say didn't use to. There's no D. Okay, students. Now, again, this is only talk about what people did before modern inventions. Use the correct form of used to. People didn't used to carry phones in their bags in the 1970s. Light bulbs didn't use to be energy efficient. Before the internet, people used to go, again, complete this, let's say to go on foot to deliver the letters. Again, students, people in the past used to go to the library to read. People used to have the dial phones before the mobile phones are invented, etc. So again, this is only a kind of talk. You can give me the differences, between life now and life in the past. Okay, students, that's all for today. Inshallah, we are going to complete with the activity next time. Thank you very much, and thank you again for you listening and attention. Goodbye.